The Force is with you, young Skywalker. But you are not a Jedi yet.
I'm Captain of the Millennium Falcon.
I'm Luke Skywalker. I'm here to rescue you.
I don't know where you get your delusions, laser brain.
What the hell are you doing?
Somebody has to save our skins.
General Calrissian has volunteered to lead the fighter attack.
Here goes nothing.
I've just about had enough of you.
My ally is the Force, and a powerful ally it is.
I won't fail you. I'm not afraid.
You will be. You will be.
The son of Skywalker must not become a Jedi.
If he could be turned, he would become a powerful ally.
We are back again. My name is Brian, aka Gillis the Kid. I'm here with my friend Nick, and we've been doing a video that we've been trying to do for a while now, and it's the Star Wars Trilogy, and it centers on, from the years 1977 to 1983.
Yeah.
And it basically covers the story of Skywalker. But for someone who've never seen Star Wars before, how would you explain it to them? So.
Well, it basically picks. It's 19 years, I guess, after Revenge of the Sith.
Mm-hmm.
For the first timers, I would say, A New Hope is basically, it centers around the rebellion. They had just stolen the Death Star plans.
Right. So this was after
Rogue One.
Rogue One story, which was pretty good, by the way.
Yeah, it's it picks up right after Rogue One.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess they had just jumped out of hyperspace, and when they came out of hyperspace, it was they just happened to come out right over Tatooine where Luke was.
And that's when, because at the end of Rogue One, they showed, was it the robot or the guy he gave?
You mean the two droids?
Yeah, he gave Princess Leia.
Yeah, Princess Leia put the Death Star plans in R2, and then jettisoned them out of an escape pod.
Right.
Which they could have destroyed, but they just for some reason they decided not to. I mean, they destroyed every other escape pod except for that one. So.
Right. So this movie starts off with A New Hope in 1977.
Yeah.
And then in 1980, there was The Empire Strikes Back,
which had a lot of good moments to it. Some say it was the best one of the trilogy. Me, I like Return of the Jedi, but that's just me.
And then there was Return of the Jedi in 1983.
Well, see, Empire had a lot of new characters and a lot of good moments, like Lando, Billy D. Williams' character. He comes in that one. You get the reveal of Darth Vader being Luke's father. You get some new planets. You get Cloud City. You get Hoth. You know, and the first duel between Vader and Luke,
right?
Which is the first ever time that those two actually meet.
Yeah. Because I always thought of like Jedi as like priests or maybe monks.
Yeah.
Because they couldn't get married. They couldn't have sex.
Or any kind of religious, any kind of religious official. And you also get the reveal of Darth Vader being his father.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if I probably didn't say that. I probably already did.
But for someone who don't know what Jedis are, they're sort of like monks.
Yeah. Like samurai monks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the lightsaber, it basically consisted of like the lens, the crystal, and the hilt, which actually I have a lightsaber right here. So this would be like considered like the hilt, and then they had like a crystal. There was like a button you can press, and then it would bring out like the actual blade. So.
Yeah, and it used to come with a color, but since Disney bought Star Wars, now they're trying to, it's the crystals, it's a clear crystal until you can make it to fit your personality. So whatever your personality is, that's the color your crystal's going to be, according to them.
Because Mace Windu, his was always like purple.
Well, he used light and dark.
Yeah.
That's how he was able to fight Sidious and come out on top, because for the first time, Mace actually had somebody that could counter his anger with, his style and his anger. He had like that thing to bounce off of it. Mm-hmm. So it was like a round of tennis, so to speak.
And then there was the Knights, the Jedi Knights. They had like the blue lightsabers.
Yeah, the Jedi Knights. And then you had your Masters,
which was
like Yoda, Obi-Wan.
The green lightsabers. And then the Sentinels, they had the yellow.
Yeah. Master Yoda, he's in Empire and Jedi. You also meet Master Yoda in The Empire Strikes Back on Dagobah. He trains Luke. He actually completes where Obi-Wan left off. Whatever little training he gave him in A New Hope. Yoda basically finished.
Well, in A New Hope, it was all about like the Rebel Alliance trying to protect the galaxy from
and it was about destroying the Death Star in A New Hope. So essentially, Empire was essentially the Empire just tracking them down. So basically it was the rebels had their time in the sun in A New Hope, and the Empire had their time in the sun in The Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
Which you also first meet Darth Sidious too. The Empire.
Which movie did Han Solo become like trapped in that?
That was Empire Strikes Back. Yeah.
That was at the end of
Empire. Yeah, you meet Boba Fett for the first time in there.
The bounty hunter.
The bounty hunter.
But George Lucas, he did 4, 5, and 6 first.
Yeah.
And then in 1999, they came out with The Phantom Menace. Then it was the Clone Wars.
Clone Wars in 2002 and
Revenge of the Sith. I think in 2005.
2005, 2006, about that period.
We'll probably do those in another video. But jumping back to A New Hope, I remember the first time I saw it, and you see like that Star Destroyer.
Star Destroyer come out over your head.
A lot of people never saw
Yeah. Well, I mean,
before
yeah.
in cinema history.
Well, and they didn't have IMAX.
Yeah.
I mean, if it was IMAX, it would have been a lot better.
Yeah, IMAX made it way better.
Yeah.
And then you have, you meet Luke Skywalker. He's living on Tatooine.
Tatooine. His aunt and his uncle.
The planet, which didn't have like 2 suns. It had like two suns to it.
The Tusken Raiders, which were like, I guess they were like the. They were considered the savages of the land. Like they lived off of it. They hunted anything from Jawas to humans to anything.
Yeah, they were like bandits.
Yeah.
The little things, they looked like they had gas masks on their faces.
Yeah. And I mean, for being a Star Wars, they had regular guns, like regular hunting rifles.
Oh yeah.
Instead of blasters.
It seemed like everyone on that planet made like their own stuff. Like remember how Rey like made like a
that was Jakku.
Yeah.
Well, it was a sister. I kind of considered Jakku a sister planet of Tatooine.
Yeah.
So it was kind of the same thing.
But that's what I mean. That's all New Hope was about. It was just about getting the Death Star plans.
Yes. Yeah. Return of the Jedi. That was well, they free Han in Return of the Jedi, and Return of the Jedi was just essentially the ending. Like whichever side won, that was the side that took everything.
Right.
Basically, it was all. The Return of the Jedi was essentially all or nothing.
Right.
Well,
Sidious, he died.
Yeah, supposedly.
I don't know if he's gonna come back in the next.
And the Rise of Skywalker. Well, they said he filmed some scenes. The guy that played him, he actually filmed some scenes and did some voiceover work. So, in which way he's gonna return, nobody really knows.
Right.
I don't even know how he survived in the first place, but I guess it'll be explained.
I mean, some people say Darth Maul survived.
He did. Yeah, he came back.
Did he have like a robot torso?
Yeah, he came back in the Clone Wars TV show.
And, like, we're not going to give out too many spoilers. We're not going to go scene by scene. Otherwise, we'd be here for like 2 days straight.
Yeah, 2 days straight. This would be a 2-parter.
But yeah, if you've never seen the original Star Wars trilogy, definitely give it a shot.
I might hold off the ending for Return of the Jedi, for those who haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Just know that the ending is a little complicated for those who really don't know, but if you really want to know, you can either just Google it or just make your own interpretation of it.
They're long movies too. Like they clock in around like 2
to 3 hours.
Almost.
Yeah.
There's some people that like go to the theaters and watch like all
the credits. And they stay for the credits too, which I can't do.
Yeah, I can't do that either. So then there's the new Star Wars movies.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, like Disney,
they made a new trilogy. The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, which is it's a controversial and touchy subject with many diehard Star Wars fans. I mean, again, probably no spoilers because they're recently new movies and we don't want to spoil nothing.
Yeah. And then they're going to have the last Star Wars movie,
Rise of Skywalker, which they said it's going to try to redeem the other two, which I don't think it will.
Because The Force Awakens was sort of like A New Hope. It was like
it sort of mirrored A New Hope.
But I do like the effects though.
Yeah.
Like of the X-wings and stuff like that.
I like the improvements they made to them too. They gave them an extra engine in the middle.
Yeah. It's just little details like that.
Like a little booster engine in the middle, but it's the details that, for me, my personal favorite is the X-Wing fighter.
Right.
Simply because I like the design and I like how it maneuvers.
I like the X-Wing, the A-Wing, and there was also the B-Wing.
The B-Wing, yeah.
Which flew, like, when it went into turbo mode, like, it went sideways, and did, like, the wings would close up and just shoot straight. It was kind of weird.
I like the B-Wing, too. It's not my favorite, but I also like those troop transports that they use.
Yeah. The Y-Wing was one of my worst.
Yeah.
That was mostly for bombing anyway.
Yeah, because it didn't have good maneuverability like the X-Wing did and stuff. Plus, the X-Wing could fit in tight quarters where most starfighters couldn't even get in.
Right. And Darth Vader, I mean, probably now most of you will know, like he's Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah, Anakin Skywalker.
And I think Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan, when they went to that planet and discovered him, Yoda said,
Obi-Wan was a Force ghost in the final two, in Empire and Return of the Jedi.
Well, they didn't want him to train.
Yeah.
They didn't want them to train him because they were kind of uncertain.
Well, because of what happened to Anakin, that's why his aunt and uncle really didn't want Obi-Wan training him, because Obi-Wan had trained his father, and I guess they were scared of a repeat. I mean, because if his father could do that to the galaxy, imagine what could happen if him and his father were together and started ruling the galaxy.
Well, there's a scene in the second one, like the Clone Wars, where Yoda said, well, maybe the prophecy might have been
misread. Yeah. So. I thought it was.
Yeah.
Many people thought Mace was the chosen one, but I didn't. Mace was a good fighter and he had good Force abilities, but I just didn't think that that the prophecy was meant for him.
Right. And you know how that turned out. So
I still say that didn't do nothing to him. I still say he's out there. I still say that he survived somehow. I don't know how, but he survived. He could have survived that somehow.
And then there's like the Old Republic. I don't know if they're ever going to make that into movies or not.
Oh, I think a TV show. That's what I'm hearing.
I think they should make that into movies
because they're doing The Mandalorian. They're doing a Mandalorian TV show, but it's going to be on the Disney network. So for those of you out there who are subscribed to Disney and got the network, you might want to catch that. I don't know when it's coming out, but I know it's coming. The trailer's all over YouTube.
Right. So, I mean, like, what would you say out of the original trilogy, like, is the best one?
Like, from best to worst?
Well, a lot of people say, like, Empire Strikes Back was, like,
the best.
The best one,
yeah. Well, in my opinion, it's 6, 4, and for those of you who like Empire, I'm sorry, but I'd have to say 5 would probably be, in terms, the worst for me, but...
I think 6 had all the fighting scenes.
Yeah. Well, it had the most action.
Yeah.
Plus, they made Han come back for that. He wanted to die in at the end of Return of the Jedi, but they wouldn't let him do it.
Right.
George Lucas said no, so...
And we'll go into detail on other videos about the other 3 movies.
I think we might do the Phantom Menace and the Sith in the next video.
Right.
And then probably when we go to see The Rise of Skywalker, we might just do one as soon as we leave the theater. But I really don't know, because that movie will still be fresh on our minds by then.
Yeah.
Because we only go to see a movie in the theater once, and,
those are the only kind of movies I go to see.
Yeah. Well, I would go to see Mission Impossible movies, but I just never got the time. I'm always busy.
Anything that's action, Mission Impossible, the Marvel movies.
Yeah. I like DC.
DC.
Yeah, I prefer DC over Marvel. That's another touchy topic. We'll get into that in another video.
So, and a lot of people, they didn't really think when Star Wars was first made, they didn't think it was going to amount to anything.
Yeah. Yeah, they thought it was just like, Sir Alec Guinness, I read in a magazine article, he referred to Star Wars as like fairy tale rubbish. And that's when a fan, and plus the guy that played Darth Vader, George Lucas, barred him from all events. So the guy that played Darth Vader, that's why you never see him at any events.
Gotcha.
So, I mean, there was a lot of stuff behind the scenes that nobody knows about that really happened. Plus, the guy that played Wedge Antilles, he was really not a fan of the movies that much either. But I heard he's coming back for the last one. So
Chewie is still alive.
No.
Isn't he?
He died. Well, Chewie's the character's alive, but the guy that played him died a while back. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see, like, what this supposedly last movie is going to accomplish.
Yeah. Like I said, they said it's supposed to redeem the two new movies, but I don't think it will.
I don't think so either. I mean, I hope it does.
Yeah. I hope so too. You know,
I have faith in J.J. Abrams and but
the thing is, he often tends to kill off his villains, so it makes me wonder what he's going to do to Kylo if there's a redemption arc.
Right.
Because they might because if Sidious might kill him or try to anyway, because like I said, I don't know what form he's going to come back as, but I do know he's coming back.
Right.
Might be a clone, you never know.
Could be a hologram again. Yeah. They love doing like holograms.
Yeah, like some plus, I heard that the Empire had a secret base on Jakku where he cloned people.
Yeah, there's always a secret base.
Yeah, there's always like some reason why they attack a planet and then the Resistance goes there to defend it.
Yeah.
But you'll learn about that like if you played the Star Wars Battlefront game. I think it's called.
There's a lot of games that just tells a lot of parts of the stories too, like the Old Republic, the Sith Lords. You got the Jedi Academy games. They got another one coming out in like a couple of weeks. By the time you see this review, that game will probably be out, called the Jedi Order. It looks like a mixture of Jedi Academy and Tomb Raider. Like
Jedi Fallen Order, the new. I think that's coming out this month, right? Fallen Order,
right?
The 20th,
right.
Yeah, it's actually coming out Wednesday, not next Wednesday, but the following Wednesday, and to me it feels like a mixture of Assassin's Creed and Tomb Raider and Jedi Academy, all three of them mixed together.
Jedi Academy, God of War, like they're all
they're all like jam packed into this game. Like you get to find like secrets that were left over from the Clone Wars and stuff like that. You get to fight Inquisitors. I mean, you can get the demo if you have Xbox Live or the PlayStation. What's it called for PlayStation?
Like the PS Now.
Yeah, the PS Now. Yeah, you could probably download the demo if you click on the game.
But I mean, that's I don't want to give any spoilers out, so that's pretty much all three movies in a nutshell.
Yeah. I mean, if we did miss anything, you can just point them out in the comments.
There's a lot that goes on in these movies, like from scene to scene. So, if you've never seen Star Wars before, or if some people just don't care about Star Wars, but if you want to check it out, I would start with the original trilogy first.
Yeah.
And I mean, you're really not going to miss.
Yeah, you're not. Miss. Yeah, it's just it's just essentially the hero's journey, as George Lucas would put it. Whereas nowadays he would see the new movies as just being like where the hero don't really have to learn nothing. She's just automatically gifted with everything, which I have to agree with them. I mean, I'm not against having a female character,
right?
But at least let her learn the way Luke learned,
right?
Not just have her gifted with.
She just picked up a lightsaber one day, didn't she, and started fighting them?
Yeah, she just called it over to her, like no training whatsoever. Like whereas Luke tried to do that and he had problems with it. So,
and he had a higher midi-chlorian
count, or force sensitivity than she did.
Right. And you would have to look up all the terms.
Yeah,
because Jedi, midi-chlorians.
Yeah, because I think Disney changed the midi-chlorians. Now it's just high force sensitivity count.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they changed that too, and Disney changed a lot about what's canon and what's not. Like half the stuff you might hear, like they moved it over to Legends now, and
that's what I'm saying. Watch the original trilogy first, so you can get a sense of what George Lucas actually started.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to. If you watch these new movies first, you're going to be confused.
Yeah. Well, some people don't like the new movies, but I like them. Like, I liked 1 and 3. Not really sold on 2.
Well, they're targeted, you know, towards kids.
Yeah.
And
like, some people like Anakin. I couldn't stand him. I thought he was for lack of a better word, a bitch boy.
Yeah.
If you want to call it that.
He cried a lot.
I know. It's not cool.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. Anything else will drop down into the description.
Yeah.
There's what was it? 6 more movies?
6, yeah, like, I think it was like 9 movies and 3 trilogies that they said that George Lucas had in mind, which we're just now getting the final movie in the 3rd trilogy now.
Right. And there's a lot of games you can buy. There's like 5 stories. Rogue One was pretty good.
Yeah.
There's a Han Solo,
which I heard people say like they shouldn't waste their time with that.
Yeah.
Plus, I heard they're making an Obi-Wan film. Don't know when it's coming out. Don't even know when the trailer's dropping.
Like an Obi-Wan side story.
Yeah, Obi-Wan.
Oh well.
I mean, don't ask me what he did on Tatooine for like 19 years, but you know,
I guess we'll see.
Personally, me, I would rather have saw a Yoda fan film if they're gonna do an Obi-Wan fan film.
Yeah, either Yoda or like the Old Republic, which are 2 great games.
Or that Vader fan film that Star Wars Theory made. He made remember the Shrouds of Darkness film?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you read the actual book.
The actual.
Like you read the whole universe. Like you know about.
Oh yeah. I think you got it here somewhere. Like it has like all the fighting styles, the lightsaber colors in it, and everything else.
Right. Yeah, if you really want to know about the Star Wars universe, you got to read the book.
Yeah, that's the Star Wars guide, the encyclopedia guides. Yeah. I mean, you can go to any bookstore or probably on iTunes or the Google Play Store and just download them or get them that way. But you know, it's whatever you choose.
And this was the DVD. You could probably grab these on like Blu-ray now. I think I paid like $60.
Yeah, you got the Blu-ray and the Ultra K, whatever it's called.
Right. When video stores were still a thing.
Yeah.
Now you might have to order it online.
Yeah, you might have to, because a lot of stuff's being faded out.
But yeah, I mean that's all I have.
It's really I got nothing but spoilers. Yeah. I really don't want to.
Yeah, we don't want to spoil it yet.
Yeah.
We'll do a full review after the last movie comes out.
Yeah.
But I want to thank everybody for watching. Please give it a like and subscribe. If we've missed anything, let us know in the comments below. I want to thank you again for coming.
Yep.
And we will catch you on the next one.
Peace.